Hi, I'm Luke Brackenbury for BikeSocial. We're here in Alicante in Spain to ride the new Kawasaki Z500 and Ninja 500. These are new bikes for Kawasaki, although they've taken the engine from the 400cc previous predecessors and gone up in terms of the stroke to give it a much healthier torque curve. Kawasaki are very proud about that, making them much smoother from the bottom end. These bikes are hugely important to Kawasaki. It's for new riders coming into the segment who are going to earn their spurs and get their confidence up, and giving them a bike that not only looks great but rides well and instead builds that confidence. And for some riders looking to kind of reduce the power and get a maybe a more affordable bike, then there's strong challenges in what is a really competitive marketplace. Particularly when we look at the Z500, the rivalry from the CB500 Hornet. There's wild cards like the CF Moto, NK450. There's quite a lot of choice out there, but Kawasaki are adamant they've got a strong brand, strong heritage, great dealer network, and they're competitively priced in order to turn riders' heads. In the UK market, Kawasaki are going to focus on the SE models of both these bikes. So these special edition bikes really are uprated in terms of a TFT display, LED indicators. On the Z500 you've got a belly pan, and on the Ninja 500 you've got the K-Pass, that was it, a keyless ignition. So a few different changes that on the Ninja 500 makes it £500 more expensive than the base model, and on the Z500 £350 more. So SE models, you've got 6,049 on the road, and for the Ninja 500, 6,499. Weight difference, there's 4 kilograms up on the Ninja 500 compared to the Z500, the weight of the bodywork doing that. But frame-wise, gearing-wise, engine-wise, both the same as each other. The new Eliminator slightly differs, but we're focusing on these two bikes. So riding-wise, yeah, you've got obviously a much sportier one with a Ninja 500 that's putting a bit more weight over the front, firmer suspension on the front end of that to deal with the extra weight and for it to be a more of a sportier riding style. On the Z500, those one-piece bars, a bit more upright, a bit more relaxed. But anyway, we've got some incredibly twisty roads around Alicante to have a go on these bikes, and some town riding as well. For the UK-wise, we aren't always treated to sun-kissed, twisty roads, so we're going to have a few different scenarios to check out these bikes and really get a feel for what they're going to be like. So stay tuned for later. We've just completed about 90 miles on both the Z500 and the Ninja 500. We've been riding on amazing roads, sun-kissed, well-surfaced Spanish road that are nothing like what we get in the United Kingdom, but it has allowed us to really press on with these bikes and push them to their limits. We know that's kind of not the point. These are entry-level bikes for a lot of new riders, or they're people who are kind of, they don't need too much power anymore and they still want to ride in something that looks great and maybe just going down the capacities. But we were able to push on them, but we're also able to ride them in rush hours as much as it gets in Alicante through the towns, like a lot of people will do on these bikes. They look amazing. I know that's subjective, but this is a really competitive segment, 500cc, either naked or sports bike. So looking great, turning heads, getting new riders into it, getting people looking at these bikes going, yeah, I want a piece of that. They don't look like 500s. If they didn't have the stickers on and didn't just have a single disc, you would believe they're a much bigger capacity bike. So they've got the pose value. What they like to ride, if you're an experienced rider, yeah, you can push on pretty well. But I had so much fun today. It's a 500cc twin or 451cc, but I had a lot of fun. Twisty roads, but they've increased the stroke on the bike. The old 400 engines, you had to really rev the nuts off them to get them going anywhere. But they were stressing to us in the press conference how they've increased the mid-range, the bottom end, the torque on these. They showed us a comparison of the torque curve between the 400 engine and this new 500, and a big difference. And yeah, you can short shift through the box and it pulls. It's smooth. It's very quiet. You probably want to cut the can off, but just a lot of fun. I mean, preference for me, Z500. I like the more upright style. You can feel the weight difference. The suspension is a bit firmer in the Ninja 500, but again, it's sporty on the Ninja, but comfortable. The Z500 is comfortable. On a tall day, I'm about 5'8". I think taller riders will struggle a little bit on these. I think I've not got the longest legs at that either, but I was comfortable. But I think if you're a taller, bigger person, you're going to want the aftermarket, official accessory plus 30mm seat they offer. We're here with Martin Lambert, PR manager for Kawasaki Motors Europe. Martin, can you tell us about the position of these bikes and why the segment is so important to Kawasaki?
It's not just important to us, Luke, it's important to the whole industry in a way. Manufacturers have had a reputation in the last couple of years of spending a lot of time trying to steal customers off each other, and it's in our interest to try and grow the market, all of our interest. So in terms of the A2 segment, these two bikes and the Eliminator 500 as well are really important because it's going to be a lot of people's first step into a larger motorcycle. Now, what that means for us is it gives us an opportunity to start creating that kind of customer loyalty, get them into the brand. Now, for a lot of people, it might be the only bike they ever need. This ladder of opportunity that happened when I was younger, where you graduated through a moped, a 125, a 250, etc. That doesn't exist so much anymore. So they might graduate to a bike like this, and it needs to be the bike for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, not just for a year. So from that point of view, A2 is very important to us and the rest of the market. In terms of that ladder, we're not seeing people moving on so much these days. So although the specification and the power to weight ratio kind of has to fit in with A2, they have to be competent motorcycles on their own, and that's the way we're seeing it.
Thank you for that, Martin. I definitely have to agree. If this is your first bike, you're going to have so much fun. They are really, really competent. You can do a lot with them. And if you do choose to stay, they look great and they can handle a lot. They've got those details on there that make you think about touring. You've got bungee hooks and things like that, and you can really grow your riding ability, and you can stay with it and just really enjoy it. So really positioning, it's great. What Martin said, we do need to get more riders into it, seeing the benefits, and the focus that the manufacturers like Kawasaki are putting on this class, really making amazing bikes at this price point, at this capacity level. It's exciting. It's an exciting place to be for motorcycling. All in all, this is a great bike. Whether you're an experienced rider or whether you're getting into bikes, there's amazing PCP deals on there. The rivalry, again, we talk about the Hornet for the Z500 or the CF Moto MK450. Haven't ridden that. Looks all right. It's a grand cheaper. Not sure if it's any good. Don't know. And what the Ninja's up against, you can look at the RC390 or maybe the R3. But you're going to have a lot of fun on those. Go and take a test ride, or read our review as well. We'll go into a lot more detail on that.